welcoming our guest that is running for a 7th district, the 7th congressional district seat in Georgia against Democratic incumbent Carolyn Bourdeaux. He's hoping to get that nomination. He describes himself as pro-God, pro-life, pro-gun, and pro-law enforcement. We welcome YG George Nyghtstorm to the what a terrific last name for a guy running for office. Nyghtstorm. It just sounds like a winner to me, sir.
America's bodyguard.
That's right, America's bodyguard. That's what it sounds like to me.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning. And I've been enjoying this conversation. And Kelly Clarkson is pretty cool, but hey, I'm down with Blake Shelton anytime, brother.
Yeah, he's a really nice fella, and
his wife's not bad either.
Yeah, Gwen Stefani. Yeah, she's easy on the eyes. He's done well. So, what made you decide to run for office, sir? Because I mean, right now politics seems to be such a terrible place in America. It's such a bad it has such a bad aura, and people don't trust politicians anymore. So why would you subject yourself to this? Because by all accounts, you seem like one heck of a guy.
Well, I will tell you this, man. Yes, politics has been very, very divisive, and a lot of people have lost their hope in our leadership, in our voting processes, and a lot of things in this country. And what the media has done, they've convinced people to think that America is evil and that everybody is out to get them based on skin color. Now, that is the very reason why I've decided to run for politics, because, yeah, it is very dangerous, it's hard, but God calls the people who are ready to walk this path, and he gives us very specific orders. Speak my word, tell America that I love them, and go and speak to my people and walk it. And that's what I'm doing, and it's straight up obedience. Now, did I want to jump into politics like this? Of course I didn't. I worked in politics and with talking to people and counseling people many times with a lot of different candidates, and I just got tired of them not listening to the people or looking in their eyes and telling them, sister, I'm going to stand for you, brother, I will speak for you. But when the kerfuffle of 2020 happened, and I call it the kerfuffle, we all know what happened last year. It's a better word than saying cluster. But when the kerfuffle happened, a lot of these so-called leaders, elected officials, turned their back on our country. They turned our back on 45, and I said, enough is enough. We're sick of people lying to us, and it's time for true conservatives, true people who love God in the country, regardless of skin color, to stand up and take back command and bring this country back to God the way it needs to be. And that's why I'm running for Congress, and I ain't scared to tell people about it.
I like it, YG. So, yes, you sorry, I lost my voice, too, Scott Rhino. I've talked with Garland Favorito of Voter GA. We've talked a lot. I've had him on one of the shows I do, the Rhino Conspiracy, on the weekend, and a lot of the talk was about Raffensperger and Kemp and all of that. And I know that you've talked to him as well about Raffensperger and the entire situation. We've called for an audit. We've talked about an audit. We've talked about all that. But we've also talked about how difficult it's been to re-franchise these voters who have been disenfranchised by what happened. Is it time for us to kind of just, hey, now we got to get them out to vote. Now we got to get them out there. Kelly Loeffler's doing her thing. Kind of forget about the audit and move forward and take America back that way?
Well, no. I will say this because I'm a strong proponent with Garland Favorito. I've stood with him. I've actually been to Arizona and spoke with the Cyber Ninjas and looking at the audit. I've been to Texas and looking at how wide open the border is. And I will tell you, right now is not the time to give up on that. I even went to the FBI. I had a eyewitness account of ballots being transferred from Maricopa County to Georgia to Fulton County with an eyewitness statement, took it to the FBI headquarters, tried to give the report to them. They just wanted some details about it, but they did not take the report. I know it's difficult, but right now I'm telling you, everybody, if you honestly say you are a person of faith and you believe in God, God already said these days will come. Now is the time to reacclimate your faith, re-engage in your faith, and step out there and stand together and fight, because I'm the only candidate, honestly, to sign that letter, the application to remove Raffensperger by the Women for America First. It's a damn shame I'm the only one, but if I got to stand alone to fight for voter integrity, to give security back to our elections, to give confidence back for the people, then let's get to work, period. But it's time to go.
YG Nyghtstorm joining us, candidate for the U.S. Georgia 7th District in U.S. House of Representatives here on the Morning Extra. Download the Extra 106.3 app. You're running in a district right now that was flipped to Democrat in the last election. It's going to be redistricted to be drawn even more Democratic than it is already now, creating an uphill battle for you. So what is your plan of attack on how to go and get this district back to red?
Well, I actually love it, man. And folks want to run away from the district. They say, well, it's going to be over 55% Democrat. I said, well, good. That's 55%. If you look at the statistics, 70% of the people in the country feel that the country is going in the wrong direction under Biden and the Democrats. Most minorities honestly feel that all these mandates, including all the mandates, are wrong for this country. Most Americans and minorities are getting kicked off their jobs because of mandates. So when you look at these issues that affect average Americans across the board, I don't care who they voted for the last time. They are looking for a change. They are looking for somebody to stand up for them, and they are sick and tired of the Democrat Party pushing them out of their jobs, pushing them, making their homes unsafe, making food high, making gas prices high, affecting the cost of living. This is real talk. And real recognize real, and I'm ready to stand and make these changes for our community. I ain't running nowhere. Let's go get them.
All right, let's get them. Listen, YG,
I love it.
You were talking about mandates, and I brought this up. As soon as they started even talking about the mandates, I said all it's going to take is somebody from either like the Black Lives Matter or someone else to go into a restaurant where a vaccine card or something is mandated, and then they will feel the way that other people feel when they have to show this card, and it all came down, and you were witness to something that happened in Gwinnett when a mom was arrested for not wearing a mask in the Gwinnett school board meeting.
Yes, sir. And I will say, up in New York, when you was talking about that, 70% of black people are saying hell no to these mandates, regardless of what the mainstream media say. And as opposed to what happened in Gwinnett, it was a travesty. There should never, ever, ever be a time when a mother or a father or a parent gets removed from a school board meeting simply over not wearing a mask, because they're trying to sit here and say, hey, we want to take your authority away as a parent. But I will always say to this, to Dr. Calvin J. Watts, who just came in, and to the Gwinnett County School Board, you have to lead by example. If you are arresting people, arresting moms for not wearing a mask, then why in the world were you guys, when you celebrated Dr. Calvin J. Watts when he came in at the gala, nobody had a mask on? So that's straight up hypocrisy. Mm-hmm. So if you can walk around and enjoying life and breathing air, why in the hell are you arresting moms for putting on a mask who want to tell you that they have the power over their children and not you? It's a question that needs to be asked, and it's a shame the media don't want to touch it.
I love it. I think it's terrific. And I love your message. I love your platform. I love everything you've got to say. And I've been saying this for a long time, and that is that the conservative party – and conservatives in general it should be a welcome place for minorities, because we all feel the same. We're God-focused. We're family-focused. And it's not been that way. And I'm so glad to see you picking up that torch and carrying it, because it's so important that we all work together, because we all have the same values.
You're absolutely right. And you'll be surprised, man. It's a lot of people. Once you really sit down and talk, and when I'm going into the communities, and I don't care if it's a white community, sure, Hispanic community, Asian community, black community, when you talk about the issues, we all want safe schools.
That's right.
Okay? We all want to have a nice place to live with nice high property value. We all want to be able to start our business and live that American dream. That's what most Americans want. Now, are there issues of racism in our country? Absolutely. There are pockets of it. Yes, it is. We're not denying that. But the overarching message of Americans coming together, black, white, Jew, Gentile, it doesn't matter. We love this country, and we want to stand for this country, and we want to live together. And it's these times right now, like I said before, God is bringing us all together right now for this purpose, to push this country to where it needs to be. And I'm more than happy to be a voice for that and stand for the folks who can't stand for themselves. Let's go get it. I'm going to keep saying this. Let's go get it, man.
Let's go get it. I like it. Listen, I like Georgia's Bodyguard. I'd like to, America's Bodyguard. Get in there and do this thing. Let me ask you another question, because there's a lot going on right now. And, I'm going to be honest. We're talking about racism. We're talking about things like that. And I'm a white guy, and I don't always understand this. But what went on in Wisconsin. The fact that the media took this and added race into this and then want to blame someone like Kyle Rittenhouse and want to blame the judge and call him a racist, Judge Schroeder, and all that when there's no evidence. How did we get to a point where we just use race and actually segregate ourselves as a community both ways by having our own national anthems, having our own view of things, having to, say we're going to go out and take to the streets and riot and not realize we have to take some personal responsibility in our own communities sometimes?
Well, I'll tell you this. I had a discussion with someone, let's just say they lean very, very heavily progressive. And they were like, yeah, YG, you see all these white people, this ain't nothing but white supremacy. I said, okay, so it's white supremacy against black people when you have a young man who was kicked, who was chased, who was attacked by other white people, and he defended himself against other white people. And it's the facts and the evidence showed that. I said, but the same media that you're listening to, like CNN, MSNBC, the same ones you're listening to, rewind back 25 years ago when every story they ran was about a black man breaking into a house, a black man murdering somebody, a black man raping somebody. I said they have besmirched our name for decades. And the same people that lied on us are the same people you listening to. I said, brother, you need to wake up. This is called manipulation. I said, so let's be real with it. I said, if we're going to truly bring this country back together, all these people on the hard line are saying black power this, black power that, or white power this, white power that. I say they can go to an island somewhere and have the purge and leave the rest of us alone so we can make sure we stand together, because most black people and white people, Hispanics and Asians, like I said, we all want to stand for the American dream. We all want to be able to worship our God in freedom. We want to have the freedom of speech, and we want to have the Second Amendment to protect ourselves and our families and our businesses, period. Let's go get them.
Let's go get them. One more here for you, because, yeah, you know what? I will contend, and I said this, that verdict, I think a lot of black Americans should look at that. There's a woman who actually lives in the Wisconsin area whose son was at a garage or at a gas station, was shot at by 5 other people. And then he shot back and killed one of them, and now he can use that self-defense and use what they learned there. This ruling helps everybody, and I don't understand why they don't see that they're able to look at this and go, you know what, the thing was done right, and hopefully that will help us and continue to help our cause as well. When a black man is charged, if it's self-defense, race not included.
I agree, and I agree completely. And we got into that when we was talking about self-defense. I said, just imagine if somebody is attacking your business like they was burning the businesses down last year. A lot of black businesses, Hispanic businesses, and Asian businesses was destroyed. As a matter of fact, you got 70% of white businesses suffer extreme financial loss. Okay, then you had 80% of Hispanic businesses suffered extreme financial loss last year. 85% black businesses and 90% Asian Pacific businesses. Folks was coming in destroying your hard work, and folks had every right to defend themselves and their property. So with the Rittenhouse verdict, now we have a statement and a precedent showing if someone is attacking you, and it doesn't matter what this prosecutor was saying, that this person, you have to wait till a person shoots you before you respond, which is garbage. He won't even do that. But if someone is attacking you and you have already retreated and you have no choice but to draw that weapon, you have every right to defend yourself. And may the Lord rest everybody's soul. God bless everybody. But you are entitled to walk away from that situation alive.
There you go. No doubt about it. Johansa George Nyghtstorm is his name, YG for short, conservative candidate who announced that he is running for Georgia's 7th congressional district against Representative Carolyn Bourdeaux in 2022. Sir, we wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much for coming on the Morning Extra, and I hope it won't be the last time.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. And thank you, guys. God bless everybody. And if everybody want to get in touch with me, just go to YG, 2 letters, YGforCongress.com. Let's go get them, baby. Let's go.
Go get them, dude. I'm telling you, I love the enthusiasm. You can also find him on Twitter, YG Nyghtstorm, NYGHTSTORM.